boys and girls. Today, we're going to polish a coin. That's right, I said it right. We're going to polish a coin. Now, with that said, if your coin has anything more than face value, do not polish it because you will hurt the value. I'm not going to be using gravel in the typical way of doing this. This is a little different. So it's going to have a real highly polished look, but I'm not going to be removing a bunch of metal. And subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell so you're notified, because I have a lot of other things that I'm going to be posting that you don't want to miss. And that way you'll get notified. So anyway, I'm going to get at it and I'm going to show you a different way to polish a coin. Okay, here is our victim. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so if you like it like this, then that's cool. This is going to go on some jewelry, so we're going to polish it. Okay. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is a tumbler, of course. This is a lower tone, but any tumbler will work. And then the next thing you're going to need is some of these. You can get them at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. They're little soft pom-poms. That's what they call them. So I'm using 2 packages. We're going to take these out and we're going to put them in our drum. Okay? So let's do that first. There we go. Next thing we're going to do is add a little water. You want to fill it up just to where it comes to the top of the little pom-pom balls. They start floating up, then that's probably just about enough. You don't want it sopping wet. Well, I mean you do, but you don't want to fill the canister up all the way. Or the drum up all the way. They're going to soak it up. So that's a little bit too much. I'm going to empty some of that out. Now that they've kind of soaked it up, I'm going to empty out about a third of that. Okay, I emptied out a little bit of it, and you'll see that it's just to the top of those pom-poms there. And that's just about right. Okay, next thing we're going to need is some what they call swirl remover. They use it in the automotive industry. This is the one I'm using. There's different ones. You don't have to use this particular one. But you don't want to use a rubbing compound because that's too coarse. This is just actually even, this is less abrasive even than a polishing compound. Basically, what's going to be polishing it is those pom-pom balls. But this swirl remover is going to help it just a little bit, just to help super polish it. So anyway, there's no set amount. I'm just going to squirt in a bunch in here. So that looks like probably about a, I don't know, quarter of a cup. That's going to mix in with the water. I'll put just a little bit more. They're going to get all saturated, and they're going to polish that coin. Next thing we're going to do is, of course, put in our silver dime. Now, I think I failed to mention, you're only going to do 1 coin at a time doing this. You don't want to put another coin in here because they're going to hit each other and It's going to defeat the purpose of what I'm trying to do here. We just want to get a really, really pretty polish. Okay, now we're going to close her up, put her on the tumbler, and let her roll. And it's going to take a while. You're probably going to have to do this, probably run it all night. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll come back and see what we got. I thought I'd give y'all another look at this. They call it a correction glaze swirl remover. It's for use on high quality paint jobs of cars. It's good stuff, but like I said, I think Turtle Wax makes some. You can get it AutoZone or any automotive supply place. But just make sure you get like a swirl remover. Polishing compound will work, but it doesn't put quite as good a shine as I found it like a swirl remover will. It's just a lot finer. You can't even feel any kind of grit to that. It just feels basically like wax. Okay, we're gonna let it roll, and we'll be back in just a little while. Now the object of doing this with these puffballs is I want a highly polished coin, but I don't want to take all of the black out of it. I want to just keep it down in the crevices, and so that'll show off a lot of the detail. But the black is going to kind of fade. It doesn't just like polish the edges. It fades the black out real nice into the highly polished surfaces. So anyway, you'll see what I'm talking about. It has a really neat look that you can't really get with like steel shot or gravel or anything like that. So anyway, I'm going to finish it up and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, here's the finished coin. Hope you can see how the dark the dark shadows from the tarnish is still in the crevices, and the highlights are just polished. But the way that the dark fades real gently into the bright highlights is what I like. So it still has kind of an antique look. It's a lot different than like using baking soda. Baking soda's fast, but it doesn't give this kind of effect. You have to see it in real life to really be able to appreciate it. So anyway, the only next step that I would do, which I do a lot of times, is to put a coating of Renaissance wax. This is Renaissance wax here. This is some great stuff. I use it on gun stocks and everything. It's very light, but it's very, very hard. Just put a little bit on there and then polish it off with a soft cloth, and that'll help keep it, kind of seal it from further tarnishing. Okay, well, I hope this helps. And I've got some other methods on different ways of cleaning different things. So be sure and subscribe and hit the little bell up there so that you get notified. I've got some pretty neat stuff coming up. So anyway, all right, happy hunting, and we'll see you on the next one.